What's up, nerds? So, this video is going to be about somebody else that I recently found out about. This kind of sucks because all of my videos that I've been making so far are all true. Um, and it has a lot to do with people who aren't who they say they are. They're actually somebody else. This one is actually really interesting, and it's completely true. It's totally true, and so far it's probably like one of the most exciting things I've found out about. Okay, and it's about the daughter of Cthulhu, and her name is Cthylla. Now, in order to understand what I'm talking about, you need to do a little research into the cult of Cthulhu. And you know how I explained that Barack Obama was dumping bodies into the ocean, Muslims, and wrapping them in sheets. Like, why were you doing that? And now we know why. He's a cult member. This is a video that's tailored towards somebody who is a part of that completely, and it's Cthulhu's daughter. And she's actually a real person, and I identified who she is. Pretty cool stuff. This doesn't need to be a long video, but it does need to be made, and she does need to be exposed because she is not who she says she is. And I busted her through a movie she made, which is kind of like how I caught a lot of these people, like Alec Baldwin's Nihilus, and Fiora's Feora from Superman, with Henry Cavill. Like, all these people are here basically making movies about who they are. Not necessarily like who they are, but it depicts who they are. And you have to understand, you need to know that people are doing that, and that's how you can investigate them. Be like, so that's how you get exposed. That's how you get found out, because you make movies about kind of who you are. That's kind of lame. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. It's pretty exciting. I enjoyed it, but I'll talk us through it. But it does take a little bit of research, okay? It takes a little bit of research into the cult of Cthulhu and reading about the characters like, Azathoth, and then Cthulhu, Cthylla, Nyarlathotep, Hastur, all these people, okay? They belong to like their own pantheon. So that's what it takes in order to really understand this video. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, and thank you for being here. All right, so this video is about the daughter of Cthulhu, and I believe that the woman that we're about to discuss is her. She's really Cthylla, okay? And I caught her because she made a movie a while ago. I want to say a long time ago. It was like 1989. That's called The Abyss. Okay. Now, The Abyss is a science fiction movie about basically discovering aliens who live in our ocean. Okay. That's what the movie's about. No, I guess about oceanographers and other scientists and all their apparatuses and equipment and all their diving vessels. Sure, that's all eye candy. But the movie itself is about aliens being discovered living under our oceans. Okay, so this is The Abyss, and this is who I'm talking about. This lady right here. I believe that she is the daughter of Cthulhu, and I believe that she is Cthylla, and she is Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. Mastrantonio. Mary Elizabeth, her. I believe that she is the daughter of Cthulhu. And so, here she is on, Wikipedia. She's got, all of her movies. She started Scarface. She was Tony Montana's sister, I think, Gina. So, she's been here for she's also in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So she's been around for a while. She's a very established actor. Um, and I believe that she's Cthylla. And who is Cthylla? Yeah, right. So, yeah, right. I know. I know. I get it. It's like, oh, come on, man. You're really busting my balls here. I know. I'm not kidding. It's a big deal. It's like, wait a minute. Hold on. Before we be, all right, listen, because my name's Vegeta. Listen, Vegeta, before we do this, are you going to stand here and tell me that she is actually her? That's who she really is? Her. This lady right here from the abyss is actually her, the daughter of Cthulhu? Yes. Yes. Wow. Okay. And basically, the cult of Cthulhu is about aliens that arrive here from the star Betelgeuse. I don't know that planet. That the planet's mentioned. I just haven't looked into it in a while. But the planet's mentioned. But they come from the star Betelgeuse, and they land here a long time ago. I think they landed here before human beings existed. So they've been in the ocean a long time, like before human beings. So they've been here a long time, and so that means that they're aliens living in the ocean. And that's exactly what the abyss is about. The abyss is about discovering aliens who live in the ocean. And I believe that this lady right here, is Cthylla, the daughter of Cthulhu, a member of the cult of Cthulhu. So it says Cthylla, she is the daughter of Cthulhu and is critical to his plans. As should Cthulhu somehow ever die, Cthylla will birth to him once again. So if Cthulhu, so basically, it explains it right there. If he is ever defeated or if he's ever killed, he'll be rebrought. He will be rebrought back to life through his daughter. His daughter, through conception, will have him, not some other child or like in the if he doesn't die and she has a child, then she'll have another child. But if he dies, the next child she'll have, or the child the child she will have, will be him. She's here to make sure that he comes back through contraception, through birth. Okay, so I don't know who Cthulhu is yet. I have my suspicions, but I'm not going to talk about it yet because I want to be sure, because that's like a big deal. I know it's not Barack Obama. He's just a cult member. Let's see here. So here's all the relatives right here. So there's Yog-Sothoth, Shub-Niggurath, Nug, Cthulhu, Idya. A lot of these names are hard to pronounce. Zoth, Ammog, Yoth-Gatha. These are all really hard names to pronounce. And, based off this symbol right here, that's the symbol of the Necronomicon, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see something real quick. Sorry, I usually have it. Yeah, this right here. That's the symbol of the Necronomicon. And the Necronomicon, because you see right here, and I don't want to click on it, but you see how it's like that's this right here. Okay, so that means that they're in the Necronomicon. And let's see here, Necronomicon book. Is a fictitious grimoire. Is the book of Kitab al-Azif, a Muslim, an Islamist, a Muslim, and so that explains like why Barack Obama's like dumping like Middle Easterners in the ocean. He didn't just dump Osama bin Laden. He's murdered like multiple ISIS people, like multiple people that you wouldn't question dying because they're like, oh well, You're not going to look into them dying. Are they terrorists? Are they bad guys? So you're not going to like look into what I'm doing. You're just going to think that I'm eliminating terrorists, but I'm really a fucking cult member, and I'm dumping their bodies in the ocean because I'm a part of the cult of Cthulhu. Now I don't really know who he is, but I do know that he's not Nyarlathotep because I know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, another, right? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This guy's name is Kitab al-Aziz. See what I'm saying, everybody? Like, come on, guys, pull your heads out of your asses, because these people are here amongst you, and what do they have that you don't? Lots and lots of fucking money. Okay, it's not funny. They have more say than you do, and they didn't want you knowing they are who they are, and they shouldn't have more say than you because they are who they are. Why would you ever let Nyarlathotep, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, have more say than you? He's a fucking cult member. Why would you let Barack Obama have more say than you because you only know him as a president? He's a cult member. And same thing with her too. You know, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. She's also a cult member too. That's the daughter of Cthulhu right there. Okay? So if he ever dies, she'll have sex with somebody, and then that child will be Cthulhu. So basically, in order to stop Cthulhu from being alive after he's defeated, you got to stop Cthylla, because she's the only person that can bring him back through sex. They have to have sex. They have to have sex. Okay, intercourse, and then the child that's bared is going to be Cthulhu if he dies. He's like next in line to come back through her. So basically, you'll keep defeating him over and over again if you don't stop her, because she gives birth to him every time he's defeated. So you got to stop her. If you stop her, then you stop him from being born. You stop him. You stop his carrier, because he'll keep coming back because of his daughter. Talk about incest, and it's not really incest, but I'm saying, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, she's his daughter, and if he dies, she'll have sex. Let's look at this. She'll have sex, and then the child she has is him. So he'll keep coming back unless something is done about her. And this is her right here. That's Cthylla. That's the actress right there. That's Cthylla, everybody. The daughter of Cthulhu, from the cult of Cthulhu. Right there. In a movie about aliens living in our oceans, being an alien who lives in our oceans. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of a big deal. Well, maybe to you it's not, but to me it is. So anyway, that's what this is about. I believe that Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, this lady here, from the abyss, her, from the abyss, is actually really her, the daughter of Cthulhu. Okay? It's a big deal. So that's what this video is about. I find it interesting. I know some people don't, because you're like boring as shit. I don't know. You like watch golf and stuff instead of playing it, or I don't know. I don't know the life you live, and I don't care. This is all real, and I don't give a shit about your opinion or how you feel. These are all facts. And if you feel it doesn't pertain to you, well, you're wrong. They're the ones saying what social norms are. They're the ones that are saying what society is. And they're complete pieces of crap. And go watch my videos. Every video I've made so far is somebody being exposed for not being who they say they are. Alec Baldwin being nihilist, and other people too. It's not funny. Like a lot of them. Jeff Goldblum being King Vegeta, and all these people. Like, it's a thing. Okay, Gary Oldman being Dracula, and also like exposing like what's embarrassing about them too. I already talked about in a video how this whole like story about Dracula, right? Like, oh, like crosses and all this like shit, right? But he didn't go to Constantinople. I mean, like, that's cool, but you also weren't there at Constantinople where like shit was going down. You weren't there. So anything after that, it's like, whatever, dude. You're just trying to like show face for not showing up somewhere, and that's it. This whole story about Dracula is complete crap. Complete crap. That's not Dracula, but I'm saying that's just an example of what I'm talking about here. I know for a fact that she is Nyarlathotep's or is Cthulhu's daughter, Cthylla, the main actress from the movie The Abyss. So when you watch the movie The Abyss, which is a movie, don't worry about the scientists, don't worry about any of that crap. It's a movie about aliens who live in our oceans. And her being Cthylla, acting in that movie, being an alien here, living in our oceans, kind of freaking weird, right? Kind of weird. Like, she's an alien who's depicted as being a cult. She's a cult member who's an alien who is known for living in our oceans, the cult of Cthulhu, acting in a movie about aliens living in our oceans. It's not difficult, guys. It's that simple. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to lie to you. It's that simple. That's how you get an A on the test. I'm not kidding. It's literally that easy. I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to live my life from 1990 being called Cameron Blaze, called Brummagem, and then find out after going Super Saiyan that I'm Prince Vegeta. I'm not doing this again. Just because someone's a jealous piece of shit. I'm not doing it. End of story. You lost. And I'm very confident. I'm very confident. I'm very confident that I'm in the middle of a redo, of a do-over, because after I did what I did, I started seeing it in Hollywood. A lot of people are talking about like me through their movies in general, and it sucks. You know, like Charlize Theron being Athena and her participation in, you know, Troy and all that, or, you know, Thermopylae, and Orlando Bloom being really legalist, who was actually Prince Paris, who's the reason why Troy fell. Like, people are guilty here, guys. There's like no way out of it. Like, well, I'm in Hollywood. Yeah, there's a reason why you are where you're at, because you do a lot of stupid shit, and you think your fake life is going to save you from what you've really done. Newsflash: it isn't. Okay, it isn't. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much you've lied about yourself. I don't care how long you've been doing it for. The fact is, you're guilty, and that's it. You're done, and you're going to pay for it too. If anybody else has to pay for it, so are you. No one's special. If I ever did any of the things that I've caught these people doing, I'd be strung up by the neck and killed. Oh, but they don't because they're in Hollywood? Because they're the ones dictating what that place means? Fuck you. Straight up. I don't care if my videos get any watch or any likes or views. I'm not a famous, you know, whatever, YouTuber or anything. I don't care. But these videos are these videos are fact. These are archival documentation of people being exposed being phonies. And that's it. Okay? That's all I got to say. All right? So that's what this video is about. Now, I also have my suspicions about Christopher Walken and who I think he is. And, you know, you're not going to like it, but it is what it is. And I also have videos about who I believe Jesus Christ is. And what a coincidence that he's also in the same movie with Christopher Walken, who I think he is. It's kind of a big deal, guys, okay? I have a lot of facts, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. You know, going like this, okay, or like sticking your fucking head in the sand when I talk, doesn't make it not true. That just makes you a dumbass, and that's it. Not to get like aggressive or anything, but I'm saying like going like this, la 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 la, I'm not listening. That's not going to stop the truth from being the truth. That just means you're an ignorant idiot. You're ignorant. It just means you're ignorant. That's so funny, man. I love this place. This place only sucks because of them. If you ever like question like, wow, why does this place suck? How come this person has millions of dollars and is a complete loser, and I have to struggle for money, or whatever the case is? Now you know why. Because every single person here acting like a complete piece of shit never came from here. They're here from somewhere else. They're treating this place like it's Vegas. And this is someone's property. This is people's homes. This entire planet, not a country or a region. The entire planet belongs to people, like specific people. And these people here are infiltrating people's lives, your lives, by acting like nothing's real. I'm not an alien. I'm not here from somewhere else. Yet, I have millions of fucking dollars. I'm super rich and famous, but I'm not. It's a coincidence. No, it's not. You're a complete piece of shit. and I bust them across all over the place. Okay, it's not funny. It's a big deal, and I know for a fact that I nailed Cthylla. Oh yeah, Bruce Campbell's guts from Berserk. I explained that one too, just like how I explained Cthylla. So watch my videos. Don't watch this one first if you don't want to. But like, well, I want to see what you say about Bruce Campbell. I want to see what you say about Barack Obama. I want to see what you have to say about Alec Baldwin. I want to hear what you have to say about Arnold Schwarzenegger, about Gina Carano, about Elon Musk, about Charlize Theron, about Sean Connery, about George Carlin, about Keanu Reeves, about Sandra Bullock, about Britney Spears. I want to see. I want to see like how you were able to figure it out, because starting somewhere, it'll lead you towards, okay, well, I already believe you, so let's see what you have to say about Alec Baldwin. And you're like, wow, he really is Nihilus from Star Wars, like 3,000 years before Vader kind of stuff. Like, holy crap. And then it goes into like, well, who are you? And like, well, I'm Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans. I solved Bitcoin. I went Super Saiyan. I used the Force, and I shot 3 guys in the face with my fist. I used Gallic Gun. I used it. I didn't just like, it's not like it's not a concept. Okay, I really used Gallic Gun in my house before I burnt it down, because some kind of creature appeared in my house right in front of me. So I burnt it down to kill it. I really did those things. I'm not in a position to be made fun of by a complete loser. And you know who I'm talking about too. I've talked about it multiple times. That he can kiss my ass. I really used Gallic Gun. Okay, and I really am the god of Mu. It's a real place. All these white people are here making fun of it on purpose to make it just disingenuous. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston, Melkor, Chris Hemsworth, Toolkiss. Go watch my fucking videos. Stop watching the fucking shit. Stop watching the shit that they want you to watch. Open your, pay attention. Wake up. You're being lied to. I know who Keanu Reeves is. I know who Monica Bellucci is. She's Lust from Full Metal Alchemist, and so is Keanu Reeves. So go watch my videos. It's like, holy crap. So yeah. So now you're talking about Cthylla from the Cult of Cthulhu. Yeah, I am. I'll go to like 25 minutes. So now we know that Cthulhu is real. So that means that the Cult of Cthulhu is real. I mean, I busted Barack Obama ages ago. I had him pinned before I even burnt my house down. You know what I mean? I had him pinned way before that. I was just busy and being harassed by a bunch of losers. Yeah, Mozart. Is it really Mozart? Mozart's actually Asmodeus, the demon. It's over, man. Right? I busted these guys. It's just that kind of shit. Okay. Tony Robbins is Dabura from Dragon Ball Z. Tom Selleck. Oh, I didn't talk about Tom Selleck. I might have. Guy Beam, Dr. Disrespect, is a Viltrumite. Tom Selleck is a Viltrumite. So it's a thing. It's a problem. Because you saw what Cthulhu looks like, right? Okay, that's a fucking alien. I don't care what you say. That's an alien. Well, I'm an alien too. I'm a Saiyan. I just don't look like you. I look more humanish. Well, that's kind of hard to. It's kind of, what is to look human? Look, I have less features that people would be clichéingly depict you as an alien. I don't have antennas. I don't have tendrils. I don't have any of that shit. So, standing next to someone who's blue with, tentacles or, antennas or, green or whatever, you think, oh, alien, when I'm right next to them, more of an alien than they are. And I'm not even kidding. I'm more of an alien than like anybody you're ever going to hear, ever know about in your life. There is nobody more supernatural, paranormal, or extraterrestrial than a Saiyan warrior who goes Super Saiyan. Give me a break. Go watch Dragon Ball Z and tell me that. Go watch a bunch of alien movies and watch Dragon Ball Z, which is about aliens, and that's it, and the adversaries they face, and tell me that Saiyans are less of an alien than some little green prick, a little Martian or whatever, right? A green person with black eyes, Anyway, so that's what this video is about. I'll make other videos because things are happening to me. I'm still constantly knocking things over. Things are happening to me as we speak because I cracked Bitcoin and went Super Saiyan. When I close my eyes, I can see things. It's pretty difficult to discuss. Just the other night, I closed my eyes and I could visually Like not with my, I could see with my eyes, not like my mind. With my eyes, I actually saw the Death Star. So it's kind of a thing, and I can see people looking at me, and I can see faces looking at me, and I can see people like approaching me. I can see things, not with my mind. I can see things with my eyes. Okay, when I close my eyes, I can see people looking at me, and also doing things. So that's really weird. But whatever, I'll just deal with it. Anyway, that's the video. Cthylla is the lady from the abyss, and the lady from the abyss is the daughter of Cthulhu, Cthylla. Okay, it's not difficult. So just something to watch out for, because she's not who she says she is, and that's it. So I'll make more videos later on. I'm not getting very many views because I'm not a fucking sellout, but whatever, ain't a big deal. God bless you. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.